Moving on to the Week 12 matchups.
Week 12 bye weeks. We have Arizona Cardinals and the Kansas City Chiefs.
And the first game on Thursday is Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. The over-under is 41, and we are both going under.
So I do want to make a note. So this week, you put these in here, and normally you put them in here, and you put your picks for over and under, and you did not. So I had to go first. Now, was that your strategy? Because you wanted to see what I was going to do first?
No, but I was thinking about that when I did mine, that yours was already in there, and I was like, this is definitely a different look. Like, it made me think different, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to ignore what she says, put mine in, and then I'll see what she says.
I don't know. I think last week, because I got 6 over you, you're like, I'm just going to repeat.
Oh, I should have if I didn't do that. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, although evidently I didn't do that because the first one we did the same, both unders on that. I just don't think it's going to be exciting. Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, I think we're playing against their secondary QB again. I don't think it's going to be a high score at all.
Then we have the Raiders against the Cowboys with a 50 and a half over and under. I went over and you went under.
Yeah, I'm taking the under on this just because there's a few of these this week. I'm going to let you know ahead of time. There's a few of these trap games that I called last week, like the Kansas City-Dallas game, that I was like, oh, this is a trap game. Well, let's go over on it. It was stupid. I should have went under. It would have been 5-2 in that case if I did that. I'm going to do that more this week. The obvious ones that seem like trap games, I'm taking. You also have to consider Las Vegas Raiders are playing Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Cowboys don't have 2 of their starting wide receivers. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. The Buffalo Bills are at New Orleans Saints.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The Buffalo Bills at New Orleans, 46.5 over-under.
New Orleans Saints.
This is Thanksgiving night. I believe it's an 8:20 game. 46.5, I'm going under.
Yeah, just over.
Which I could see that. Bills they have to be mad after how much Jonathan Taylor was running on them.
Tampa Bay at the Colts with a 50 and a half over and under, and we both took the under. I chose the under because I feel like with the Colts defense, I don't think it's going to get that high.
Yeah, I think both sides. Yeah, I think, and the Colts have been looking good lately too. But I could see it. I could see them being competitive, but yeah, 50 and a half, that's high. The New York Jets are at the Houston Texans. Over under on that is 44.5. I'm going over on this. I'm pretty confident. I mean, Texans just showed up this past week against Tennessee, so I think they're going to do the same thing against the Jets, and I think the Jets have the potential to run the score up a bit. And from a fan's perspective, they better win this one. So 44.5, I'm going over.
Yeah, I took the under just because it's the Jets.
Oh, okay. Way to have faith. You have faith every other week, just not this week.
No, I mean, we almost beat the Dolphins. We were almost there.
That's our weekly line. We almost won.
We almost
we almost did.
I mean, I could see it going over 44.5, but I'm going with under. Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants with a 46.5 over and under, and we both took the under.
This reminds me too. I think that's going to be a back and forth game, but we are recording this before Tampa Bay Buccaneers face off against the Giants on Monday night. Mm-hmm. So if we didn't mention anything about that game, that's why. But yeah, Philly against New York in Week 12, not going to be over 46.5 is what we're predicting. Carolina Panthers at the Miami Dolphins, over under on that is 42.5. I went under on that just because I think both defenses are pretty competitive, and I think that they're going to keep the score low.
Oh, I picked the over. Tennessee Titans at New England Patriots with a 44.5 over and under, and I took the under.
And I took the over on this, mainly because the Patriots have been running up the score in every game that they played. I mean, this past week was 25-0, but add like 21 onto that 25 for Week 12. That's what the Titans are going to put up. So 25-21, 46, that's over. So
Interesting. Thank you for breaking that one down for us.
That's my theory there.
Got it.
Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cincinnati Bengals, 45.5 over under. We both went over on this.
Atlanta Falcons against the Jacksonville Jaguars with a 46.5 over and under, and we both took the under. I think both teams are very underwhelming right now. So
yeah.
Just
keeping it low. Hey, maybe Cordell Patterson will be back. I like that.
Maybe.
That'll be nice. Los Angeles Chargers are going to Denver to play the Broncos. Over under is 48.5. I'm going under on this just because this is one of those trap games which makes you think like, oh, both of these teams have potential. And the Broncos just gave out a few extensions. Their players are happy now, loaded with money. Nope, don't see it. It's going to be low. If anything, maybe like 21-20, 4 or somewhere around there. So it'll be just under 48.5. I just don't think it's getting over.
Yeah, I took the over because my Chargers lately have been doing really well. And when I say lately, I mean the one game from last night. So I hope it just keeps it up because I got some chances on my team. Los Angeles Rams against the Green Bay Packers with a 48.5 over and under, and I went for the over.
And I went under on this. Trap game potential. Minnesota Vikings are going to San Francisco to play the 49ers. Over-under on this game is 48.5. I'm taking the under on this. You notice how all the trap games, all the ones that have trap game potential, I'm going under on. I'm not falling.
You go ahead.
I'm not falling for any of it. I think all these games I'm taking the under on. I think they're going to be good fantasy-wise. You can play any player. I just don't see it going over. Like 48.5 is high, and these teams have the potential to put up that score. I just don't, based on how certain players have been playing and based on the odds of these games being high score, I don't know. I got to bet against it.
I'm going for the over.
Yeah.
Get those Vikings
points.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Cleveland Browns against the Ravens with a 46.5 over and under, and we both took the under.
Yeah. I mean, I hope Lamar is back, especially for your sake, for Rashad Bateman.
Better be back.
Right. Seattle Seahawks at the Washington football team for Monday night. The over-under on this, 45.5. I'm taking the under on this.
I took the over on this.
Yeah. You seem really excited about it. You got something to say or no?
I don't know. The Seahawks have been funny lately. I don't know. I could see this one going under too. This is a trap game.
It has potential. I mean, I could see it going
trap game button.